What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and show where I, Graham G.S. and Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the October 16, 2023 edition of Raw Talk. Megan Morant, Matt Camp in the studio breaking down another really good show on Monday night, I thought. For the grand season premiere of Raw, I thought it was a pretty good show overall. They recap the ending to the show that saw Jimmy Uso get involved in the undisputed WWE Tag Team title match, cost Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes the belts, thus preventing them. They didn't really say this on commentary, but I would imagine the idea was that by Jimmy costing them the championships, they can no longer appear on SmackDown. The problem is that, you'll never hear this on Raw Talk, but people go from SmackDown to Raw and Raw to SmackDown constantly, even when they're not champions. Cody and Jey popped up on SmackDown when they weren't the fucking tag team champions on the SmackDown before Fastlane 2 weeks ago. So explain that one. But anyway, back in the studio, they run down the night's matches from Rhea and Shayna, including Ricochet and Nakamura, which they recap the Great Falls Count Anywhere match that they had. They also recap Natalya versus Piper Niven, and Piper Niven beating Natalya before Tegan Nox made the save. We hear from Tegan Nox backstage, in the studio, not in the studio, but backstage with Jackie Redmond. And Tegan Nox says that we'll have to wait and see as far as whether she and Natalya will become partners. They've had some issues in the past. And her coming out to save Natalya on Monday was more about her having a common enemy with Natalya and Piper Niven and Chelsea Green than it was her forming a friendship or a partnership with Natalya. But she does say that Chelsea and Piper, in her opinion, are not worthy of those undisputed women's tag team titles, and she likes gold, so might be more a matter of when and not if she can challenge for those championships. They recap Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler, ending in calamity and chaos with Zoe and Raquel and Nia coming out, leading to the announcement later on that it'll be a fatal five-way match for the Women's World Championship at Crown Jewel. They preview that match in the studio. And we hear from Zoe Starr quickly, and she says that she's feeling great with this opportunity, and a dream will come true at Crown Jewel when she becomes champion. So, not a lot of substance to that promo. They recap Gunther's latest Intercontinental Championship defense, defending against Bronson Reed in a great match, fun hoss fight. They also replay the Seth Rollins-Drew McIntyre segment, with Rollins and McIntyre going back and forth once again. We hear from McIntyre backstage with Jackie Redmond, and McIntyre says that the bloodline is still the present. People are acting as if they're in the past, and all these issues that they're telling him to get over, including Jackie Redmond here, in a kind of a weird, rude question that she asked him about, like, why don't you just focus on the present instead of focusing on the past, which was kind of weird. And then McIntyre was like, are you ganging up on me too? But anyway, he says that the bloodline, as I mentioned, is still the present, and they robbed him of a moment that he should have had during the pandemic. Come Clash at the Castle last year, he should have become champion and had that moment in front of fans. The bloodline robbed him of that. And he feels like he's the only one that can see it. He references the glasses that Roddy Piper wears and They Live, a great reference there. And he says that he'll get over it, quote unquote, by winning the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. In the studio, they preview Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn one-on-one next week. Matt Camp wonders what might happen if Sami Zayn beats McIntyre, the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Interesting scenario there. They also recap the ending to the show, again, and Matt Camp says that Judgment Day are once again all champions. And then for next week's Raw, they hype Logan Paul returning. He'll also be on SmackDown this week with Rey Mysterio, probably setting up a United States Championship match for Crown Jewel, I would imagine. As well as Becky Lynch defending the NXT Women's Championship next Monday on Raw against Indy Hartwell, the woman that never lost the NXT Women's Championship a number of months ago. They also plug Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Adam Pearce, the new Raw GM, for the bump coming up on Wednesday. Decent edition here of Raw Talk, a really good Raw on Monday night. My written review is available right now over at WrestleRant.com, so check that out when you get a chance. Thank you guys for checking out my review of Raw Talk for this week. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Have an awesome one, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.